So I figure I'll make this video right quick. This is showing ways to get food in the woods and everything. Now, without bringing in food yourself, you would probably be only limited to about a week's worth of food if you were bringing in like backpack meals or whatever. But eventually, if you're long-term survival, that's gonna run out. So there's not really a lot of ways to get food in the woods besides foraging, hunting, or fishing. And foraging is not recommended unless you know what plants you're looking for. Like, of course, in the south, you got blackberries and stuff. You can identify those right off the bat. Yes, those are safe to eat if they're in season and everything. But I'm just going to show you 3 ways that I would harvest food, which is a part of another challenge that we got. But I'm not going to show anything because it'd take too long of a video to show every little thing in use. But I'm just going to go over everything. First off, my 3 ways would be hunting, trapping, and fishing. Now, I consider fishing and trapping the same thing, because technically it's what you're doing. You're trapping a fish by luring it in. But got these 2 here, these 2 large rat traps. These are perfect for squirrels, rabbits, raccoons if they get a hold of them. Yeah, this basically just come up to this. Best I found that you put peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter, if they like the nuts, and it will stay onto this like simply you would with a mouse or a rat or whatever. There's like peanut butter. They come up to it. There's it, and this is so sensitive that just a little bitty tap and it snaps. It springs. Now with traps, I have, if you'll probably recognize these right off the bat. These are yo-yos or automatic fishers or whatever. It's kind of self-explanatory as these. I would set these out on live bait. I do have in here, I have some live bait hooks. So I'd set like a chunk of bluegill or whatever on it, set it out for gar or catfish, or mainly catfish, but if anything gets a hold of it, that's way. Now, in the south, we have a lot of frogs. So, of course, you would want to include a frog gig. Now, if you wanted to, you could use this to get snakes with. Just get right on their head and push down. But in these areas, we really don't, the best snake to eat would be rattlesnake. But those are more in the drier farmlands and I guess you can say like hayfields and stuff. Not in this type of area. This is much going to be more copperheads, water moccasins, stuff like that. But still, if you can get one that's big enough, good size, you can't eat it if you're hungry enough. But now, of course, on to fishing. I have small hooks that are small hooks, just these little number 6 and number 4 size hooks. Then I have these, I think these are number 2 size live bait hooks. A little bit stronger. Got a couple of lures in here and such. A couple of little swim bait lures and a grasshopper. Floats, obviously. These are crappie jigs. That's about it for what I carry. I'm planning on getting like some little mini Cincos and stuff. And little stick baits. So I could get some stuff for bass in here, but I really don't eat bass, so it's just for the fun of it. Now on to hunting, I have here a slingshot. Now I'm starting to learn how to use this, and I want to learn to use a bow. But I gotta get one first before I start learning to use it, which that will be in the future. I know I made one, but that's not really one you want to hunt with. I need one that's about a 40 or 50 pound draw to actually hunt with, and that would be able to take deer and such. But slingshot, this is just yeah, how big these are. These are not marbles or anything. These are actual steel hunting ammunition. Doesn't take up a lot of space, very lightweight and compact. Now up here, now usually I would probably carry a 22 rifle or a 12 gauge or something like that. It's a little better for hunting. Also, a 12 gauge can take deer with slugs and buckshot. You can take small game like rabbits and squirrels with game loads. as well as waterfowl like ducks, quail, and pheasants and all that with waterfowl shot. But this next best thing, it's quick, it's quiet, and I got a sight to scope in, but that's about it, which that's not too hard to do. And this would be perfect for rabbit, squirrel, raccoon if I see them. This is just a regular, as you can see here, a 177. I mean, 500 pellets, nothing for this. Quick little sling on there, and well, that's about it. That's really all I would use. Of course, I would forage. I know there are blackberries and stuff out here, and briar vine tips. I am going to get a book in the future on wild edibles, forages, and medicinal plants. I'll share that, see if we can find some stuff out here. Would not recommend eating mushrooms you don't know about. Even if you think you know what it is, don't eat them, because you do not know what they could be unless you're an expert on foraging for mushrooms. But that's about it. The usual, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.